You want
Hey
to go?
everyone. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, okay. So we are listening to two strings today, and Hamas shared this track with me very recently, and I loved it. He loves it.
Hmm.
The band called Two String is from India, and they have a track of their own, I think, which is called
Hmm.
Doorie.
Hmm.
I've checked their channel, of course, dug a little bit into what to do, and they have been covering different songs
Hmm.
throughout their tenure. This seems to be their own,
Yep.
and what beautiful track. So we will find out when we listen to it together, and we will talk about it afterwards.
Yep.
So, should we?
Let's start.
All right, three, two, one, play.
आंखें मेरी मुझसे कहे चेहरे से तुम्हारे हटके कैसे रहेंगे
The way he is controlling his volume is
लफ्ज़ भी ये कहे बिन तुमसे बातें किए कैसे रहेंगे
Poetry is beautiful.
लो जिए तुमसे कहता हूँ दूरी तुझसे पता मुझे कैसे सहता हूँ दूरी तुझसे पता मुझे कैसे सहता हूँ लो जिए तुमसे कहता हूँ एक वो वक्त है जो बीतना तेरे बिना एक ये वक्त है जो साथ तेरे रुकता नहीं एक वो दर्द है जो है तेरे ना होने का एक ये दर्द के तू पास अभी पर हमेशा नहीं अलविदा तुझे कैसे कहता हूँ दूरी तुझसे पता मुझे कैसे सहता हूँ दूरी तुझसे पता मुझे कैसे सहता हूँ लो जिए तुमसे कहता हूँ दूरी तुझसे पता मुझे कैसे सहता हूँ
Who wrote this?
don't know. The lyricist is not mentioned.
Yeah.
But I think
Hmm.
the band members that themselves they came up with this.
Yeah. Interesting. I'm just wondering because there only so far as far as I know, with my limited knowledge, there are only few lyricists who rely on Urdu that heavily,
Mhm.
right? So here I was just wondering that is it taken from someone, some kalam,
Some ghazal
or
or
is yeah, felt like a ghazal. I mean, yeah, maybe it was a ghazal remade that we
yeah.
are not aware of. I don't know.
Mm.
Interesting. So maybe someone can educate us about this particular band and lyricists and all. Beautiful lyrics, right? This is why I
Absolutely.
mean the lyrics captured me. The vocalist was amazing. Goes without saying.
The
How,
control
how
that
did you
he
come
had.
across this?
So, how did I come across this is interesting because you are the one who has added this in our joint list. I don't know why, but I was just going through our joint playlist and I listened to it yesterday.
Okay, then I must have. It's-
You must have
so
added it in the backlog to give it a
So
listen.
usually what happens is that when I'm listening to any track, while I'm busy elsewhere, my mind is elsewhere,
Hmm.
and something captures me that okay, wow, okay, this is something interesting, which we should listen to together. Then I just put that song in our combined playlist
Yeah.
that is shared with only us, and so that Hamad could listen to it, I could listen to it.
Hmm.
I can tell you that the link you shared, I hadn't watched the video. I only heard the vocals or the
Hmm.
the,
Hmm.
the audio version of this track, and that was just distraction free, and it
Yeah.
was just beautiful, beautiful. I'm actually seeing the video for the first time today. So yeah, wow. Um,
So, I think you are right about the lyrics. Could be, it could be from a ghazal, but I think why we feel this way is primarily because of the use of Urdu words. And secondary reason is that the vocalist also sang it or narrated it in a way that it felt like a ghazal. He sang it in that manner. So
Also the
throughout,
pronunciations, yeah, the
yes,
pronunciations of everything was very pristine, very, I mean, his vocals was very pristine,
very
very
pristine.
precise, beautiful, clear
Yeah,
on every single note, on every single harka that he was doing.
yeah.
um, Justified, uh, had emphasis on all the correct heavy words.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
interesting thing, while, yeah, go ahead.
no, I was saying that what I observed was that he was controlling his volume or his voice in a way that when, as you mentioned, when emphasis had to be put on a certain word, he was trying to raise his voice a bit and then going softer again within the same words, which was incredible to experience. And his voice is completely suited for ghazals as well. He can be an amazing playback singer as well, but here he just did remarkable work with his vocal prowess in this track. He basically justified the lyrics through his
Mhm.
vocal prowess.
I just want to mention one thing. It might be coming from my naivety or my small sample size of listening to music from Bollywood, especially, but also our ignorance of the band scene in India,
Hmm.
pretty much, right?
Hmm.
There's this signature somehow of, I mean, when we talk about subcontinent, there's this tiny signature that you listen to it and then you instantly think that okay, this is from India, this is from Bangladesh, this is from Pakistan, right?
Hmm.
uh, when we talk about Bangladesh, there are certain instruments that are more present than not,
Hmm.
right? And Indian music coming from India, there's this, especially in romantic, sad, tragic songs, somehow there are two instruments that seem to be always there, or it's just my imagination, which is harmonium
Hmm.
and this one instrument that I keep forgetting the name of that you play with,
Mouth
it's
organ.
like this small. Yes, yes. It's usually always there. It was here as well, you
Hmm.
know, and
I felt
yeah.
actually you are right about harmonium, but I think here they did it intentionally to have that feeling of ghazal in this track. I think they also made use of accordion, if I'm not mistaken. They made use of harmonium, but also the accordion. It felt like,
Hmm.
and I
Yeah,
personally loved the use of those two instruments here in this song. You are true, you can instantly recognize that it's coming from India because of certain instruments, but I think here its use was justified.
yeah. That they, I mean, they have this um, signature. There's this, you grow up listening to certain kind of music,
Hmm.
and it just has a shadow over
Hmm.
everything,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So yeah, it totally felt like that. Yeah, probably right. There was accordion, there was harmonium, there was this mouth organ,
Hmm.
which is it's very interesting
Hmm.
how it appears so many times in even in happy romantic songs and in sad or
Yeah.
tragic. It was not that tragic, or it was, but it does appear. Anyways, for me, it was totally about the poetry and the vocals.
100%.
Acoustic version of this song would hit as well,
Yes, definitely. But I
right?
before we conclude, I just want to mention that before the last chorus of the track, the electric guitar kicks in, and I personally love that part. The way they have arranged it, it's just amazing. It elevated the song further. You are right about that.
The crescendo.
Yeah, the crescendo. The way they arranged the crescendo was really beautiful for me. And even the acoustic version would work, but the use of electronic guitar in that
Yeah.
later part of the song was really magical. Magical.
Yeah, there was a progression. There was a progression to this song,
Hmm.
and when it reached the crescendo, when they were being separated
Separated.
or were
Hmm.
separated, yeah, just to accentuate, exaggerate
Hmm.
that emotion. Yeah, you're totally right.
Yeah.
It was yeah. I heard they covered Nawazishan as well,
Hmm.
and they have been covering a lot other songs. I would be listening to other stuff, but please, if someone is listening who are more aware of Two Strings,
Hmm.
please let us know more of their work. Is all their work on their YouTube channel, or do they do work with they have they collaborated with other artists?
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm wondering.
Yeah. Could be. Could be. It's quite possible as well. But yeah, let us know about them if you have further information. But it was a pretty interesting song, and I think this will remain in my playlist for quite some time because I love the lyrics, and you are spot on about it that it's mainly about lyrics and the vocalist. All right, then let's conclude it here. We will listen to further work from Indian band scene because I can identify some of the indie bands coming out of India, which are really interesting. You shared one metal band which we listened to on our
Bloody
channel,
Wood.
Bloody Wood. So probably we are going to explore further work from their side as well. But
And
until
we are
then,
always looking for more
yes, absolutely,
bands, especially from India.
especially
Especially
from
from
India.
India. So if someone can share more other bands, and we have heard Local Train, we have heard Bloody Wood,
Bloody Wood as well. Yeah.
but we are just searching because they are just somehow not prominent enough, or
Mm.
it's just our ignorance.
We probably just
So
don't
help
know.
us.
Yeah. All right then. Thank you so much for listening it with us, and we'll see you on the next one. Until then, take care of yourself. Goodbye.
Bye bye.